Hello and welcome to live Disney Park Walk and Talk today, coming to you from the taste of the EPCOT Flower and Garden Festival, which kicks off today in EPCOT, beautiful Lake Buena Vista, Florida. My name is Doobie. I'm sitting in the studio in not quite as beautiful Northern California, but the lucky man who is standing in front of the giant white golf ball is Jeremiah. How are you doing today, Jeremiah?
I'm sorry, where am I? Where's this white golf ball you speak of?
Right there, right in front of you. Look through your camera.
You mean that silver Spaceship Earth?
Right, we're not going there today.
Welcome to the Taste of Epcot International Flower and Garden Festival 2021, hashtag Fresh Epcot.
Epcot, think fresh.
And the hashtag Fresh Epcot, for any of you who are following along with on Twitter or Instagram, when I get a chance to actually post something on Instagram later on, just look for that. That's a good way to know where we are. Actually, it's a good way to know where almost everybody is posting from here. So it's a good thing so you can see these beautiful ostriches up close if you're not looking at them up close right now.
Fun fact, those ostriches were originally over at Disney's Animal Kingdom, Kilimanjaro Safari, but to save a little money, they transported them here.
And you can stand on their eggs. They're almost like concrete.
My wife says she thinks I might be wrong, so we will double check that fun fact. Reminder: we are live here. So if you have any questions, any comments, any corrections, please feel free to put them in the comments, and we will do what we can to address them. So we are about to take a walk around the Flower and Garden Festival. Tammy, our friend from Down Under, says 2 others have been live also this morning. Yes, this is the place where the Disney bloggers are today. So we're here too. Let's take a walk.
Well, first we're starting off looking at Spaceship Earth, and you can see the newly hoisted flags. I don't. They are the flags of the pavilions, and they're actually the original pavilions of Epcot, which is a bit interesting because, I guess they're kind of adapting them, but it's weird to see the Communicore logo. And if you listen very closely,
I hear music.
You can hear the brand new soundtrack for entering the park. So no longer will you hear the Soarin' Over California theme over and over again in different versions, or any of the other attractions. You now have this grandiose, sweeping soundtrack.
Okay, Jeremiah, you have been tasked with identifying the entire loop of the soundtrack before you leave today.
There isn't. I believe it's all original music.
That task just got a lot easier.
Yeah.
I like the flags. The flags are cool.
Yeah, no, they're really nice. And tonight we will have a video of apparently, well, not apparently, but they installed a lot of new lights in the flower beds. So I think we're going to get to see some of the preview of the Bacon of Light stuff that they're doing for the 50th.
The what of lights?
The Bacon of Light. Isn't that where they throw the bacon on things, the light?
All right, Jeremiah, moron count is at 1 right now.
Hey,
we'll go
yeah, see, these are the flagpoles with these amazing light fixtures. Yes, the Beacon of Light.
Beacon of Light. And there is the fountain, the first time there has ever been a fountain in front of Spaceship Earth at Epcot, right, Jeremiah?
You know it.
That's pretty. That's really beautiful.
And then this is the other side of the flag poles. I'm guessing as the new pavilions come, because the new pavilions all have their own logos, they will change out the older pavilion logos and put in the current ones.
And those are the World Showcase. I mean, the Future World, not World Showcase, right?
Correct.
So there you can see 2 trash cans.
And the beautiful EPCOT mural that has a giant silver ball with a fountain that's no longer there.
White ball. Tammy says she loves the new flower and garden, Dooney and Bork. So if we get a chance to, is it Dooney and Burke?
Yes.
Dooney and Burke. They really need to get the U out of there. So if we get a chance to check that out, that'd be great.
The line to currently get into Mouse Gears is approximately a half hour.
Did they add an S to the name? Is it Mouse Gears now?
Yes. There are 2, so it's Mouse Gears.
What's that construction that's on the left, it looks like?
You mean deconstruction of
Oh, wow.
interventions? Yeah, which there isn't anything left of other than a brief skeleton.
Should be an implosion.
I don't think there's enough to implode anymore.
Oh, such a circuitous route to get through Future World now. So weird.
It really is, but last year, Flower and Garden started, and we only got a chance to experience it for a very short time. So I don't think I ever put 2 and 2 together that the Topiaries that we will see in the center walkway underneath the Christmas of Lights of Christmas archways have a special tie to the construction walls that I figured out today and went, oh, I'm not the brightest bulb in the shed.
Concur. So today is day 1 of Flower and Garden Festival, right?
Correct.
Running through what?
July.
Oh, man.
Yeah. It used to be this was spring, and then they'd go into the summer festival. Well, actually, just summer, because they didn't really need a festival for summer, which would then lead directly into Food and Wine after summer. So this will run through July. They've not said if Food and Wine is starting early or if it's just going to be July and then a brief break. But
let's just run them all concurrently, all year long.
Kind of feel like that at times.
So is there a butterfly garden this year?
There is. That's actually where we're going to be headed.
I'm so excited. And the plants in the water. This is the most beautiful of the festivals.
Yeah, they moved these from the main waterway in between Future and World Showcase. They still have some over there, but these haven't really been this prominent out here, and they just add a lot to it.
Question for you, Jeremiah.
Yes.
How's the weather today?
It is very nice. It's mid to high 70s. If I had just been walking prior to this, I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be sweating profusely, but I did a quick loop to try to cover everything for us. So as we are doing this live, the photos and everything I took will be put up on our website shortly.
Can you look left before you check out Bo and Peep? Because I want to see these selfie spots. I love selfie spots.
They're the butterfly wings that were just there for Festival of the Arts. They've just been removed from their other locations and put down here, which is great because it fits perfect with the butterfly garden. And
Jeremiah will be taking a selfie in front of each of them later, putting those on the website so you can see which ones you like the most, right, Jerem?
I would need somebody else to do that with. Not really selfies.
We had Mac there with you because Mac would happily stand in front of each one of those and pose for you.
I don't know if he'd happily. Oh, I found out some interesting stuff about our Mike Mac the other day. You know how you're always saying we need to have a arm wrestling competition and he's the winner?
Yes.
Yeah, he actually has a bit of a phobia about arm wrestling.
All right. Well, I'm not going to embarrass him without him being here to defend himself. That is the weirdest thing I've ever heard.
No, I know. As soon as you started talking about it, I knew exactly what it was. It goes back to all those horrible movies in the 80s of arm wrestling and being too tough and arms breaking and that kind of stuff. So,
goodness me, no one has an arm wrestling phobia. Tony, Becky, hello, Becky. Thanks for watching us. She is our travel partner. Travel. Trees look beautiful. It looks like a great day to be in Disney, which is redundant. Every day is a great day to be in Disney. Tony Betty apparently joined us late. He said, "How's that new soundtrack in the entry plaza?"
It's beautiful. If you actually go to our Twitter, I put up about a minute of it. It kind of feels like a grand entry into the park. You know, where Magic Kingdom has the Disney music and Disney's Hollywood Studios has the soundtracks of different films. This is a oh moment when you walk in.
Oh, moment, Tony, you heard that. Oh, moment. Mike Mack says, "I'm here," and he's not at all lying. No one has an arm wrestling phobia, Mac. Come on. You're very welcome, Becky. We are happy to do this all the time, vicariously bringing it to me, too.
Yes, and thank you, Becky, for showing off our Mickey Mouse Lego display on our Instagram, on her Instagram, or on Mouse. Thank you.
Becky, you cannot have a greater group of people representing you over here.
But it is like definitely Instagram. Our Instagram, we put up some amazing stuff, but her Instagram because she has so many friends and supporters through us. You know, she has the best of all the parks at once, it seems. So I will actually go to her the Instagram and see everything at one time.
Mouse Fan Travel. Can't recommend them highly enough, especially with all the complications introduced in the visiting theme parks these days. They don't cost a dime more, but you get so much more than trying to handle it yourself. Can't recommend them highly enough. So we are standing outside the Butterfly Garden. While we wait, we have a question. Tony Betty says, "Your thoughts on a lack of pavilion theme?"
On a lack of pavilion theme?
That's what he said.
I don't know what that
That's the
means.
question. I was hoping you two spoke a language the rest of us didn't understand. Okay. We love you too, Becky.
Yeah, I need clarification for that.
MEI, Mouse Fan Travel, on all the socials. So hip. He said, in the entry area soundtrack, the fact that there aren't themes from the pavilions.
I like it. I've always been a fan of the music being specific to the area. I mean, it's World Showcase, even though they just changed out to a lot of the Disney songs for the different World Showcase pavilions. You know, it's specific to that land or that area. So this, instead of being the preview for the attractions, it's just overall an ambient score. There we go. That's the words I should be using.
Ambient, that's a new record. So we are here in the Butterfly Garden now, one of the favorite parts of Flower and Garden. Enter through the 70s beads and check out real live butterflies in all their life stages.
Yeah, and this year, in the past, I should say last year when this Butterfly Garden was placed here, there were multiple paths. There, you could go down this one, or you could head here. But with the current state of the universe, it's now just a one-way path. You come in and you circle around, and then you exit.
Very logical. And of course, this is outdoors, which always makes it a little bit more comfortable as well. So let's see if we can get any close up on actual butterflies. Well, that's always a highlight here. Rebecca has a question. Is the intro music a change for the festival or an overall change?
Overall change. That is brand new. That started today with the new flag poles and the flags of the pavilions being hoisted for the first time this morning.
That is a good shot of a butterfly. Beautiful.
Yeah, they are very active. And in the past, it always seems that Flower and Garden would fall either on the hottest day of the year or on the coolest day of the year. So the butterflies weren't that active. But today being just a perfect day, this garden is amazing to walk through.
What sound do butterflies make? Is it true it's like a low bleeding sound?
I don't know, but I think when you translate it translates to your lucky day.
It's Swahili for it's my lucky day.
So, Dewey, I have to ask this: is there anybody else you walk and talk with that can get this many of your references?
No, no, there's not, to be honest, and I appreciate it. It helps that you're almost as old as I am.
And as big of a nerd.
The sad part is no one listening or watching gets the references, so it's nice. I can tell it. I can say something like that and just watch the viewer count fall. But we do this for us, so it doesn't matter.
There are some huge butterflies in here too.
It is awesome to see. Yeah, I mean, because this isn't the highest resolution, and we can clearly see them flying all over the place.
Yeah. Hopefully, if StreamYard ever gives me the opportunity for the higher resolution, we can do that.
So that was the. Do they still have the giant butterfly flower arrangement on one of the hills?
The Topiaries, they've moved out here. We'll head over towards those. They've actually kind of spread out the Topiaries. So the entrance area is Fantasia based. We saw Sorcerer Mickey and the ostriches. On the other side is the hippo and the alligator. And then outside the gate, which is something that's new, I can't recall them ever doing is something outside the actual gate. They have the mushrooms, including Hop Low.
So you can actually experience a little bit of flower and garden for free.
Well, after you pay the $25 parking, yeah.
Free is relative at Disney.
Yeah.
Amy is asking, we covered it earlier, but we'll do it again. What's the weather like today?
It's a beautiful high 70s. Not too killer, but...
Now that would be Figment, right?
Correct. Good job.
He's in the dragon bracket, not the dinosaur bracket.
Correct.
Make sure you stay tuned to Laughing Place. We might get a little bit of a D23 March Madness preview later between dinosaurs and dragons.
I already called. I projected my winner right away.
Yes.
And I don't want to ruin it, just in case I am able to join later on.
Okay. I saw butterflies.
Yes, and this line is for the photo pass for a butterfly spot.
Oh, is that? Wow.
Here they have a
passport perk or just a photo pass spot?
Photo pass.
Okay.
And that is actually a newer thing. They didn't normally have these in the before times. So it's nice to have photo pass available so you can get great pictures like these folks are doing in front of the Topiaries.
Yeah. And even if you don't want a photo pass, it's nice to make sure you can get the picture, your own picture, without a bunch of people around. That picture, of course, everyone who has gone to Flower and Garden with their baby has taken that picture in front of that picture, as I did.
I know. I still think that was an awkward pose for us, and I'm surprised you could lift me that high, but it was fun.
It's not the lifting that was so bad; it's where I had to place my hands to secure you. That was very uncomfortable.
Next time we'll get the Peter Pan rigging.
That caught me so off guard, Jeremiah. It took me a while.
The food booths are out and plentiful.
What is this right in front of you? Well, it's a pole. Is that a light pole?
Yes.
Okay.
It's one of the newer light poles. So even though it's the first day, they're actually replanting, because they planted this. I want to say this has been out for at least a week, and they had to go through, I saw them earlier, replanting some of the flowers.
Right. Mike Mack has a challenge. He wants you and I to do that photo. We will be there sometime during this festival. We will do this photo. I can do it. Mac can't, because Mac would be too afraid his arm would fall off. But I'm going to do it with you.
Mac, I'm sorry. No, when I was at Universal and Mac joined us, at one point we had a table to ourselves. I'm like, okay, let's do this right now. And he's like, no.
I can't believe anyone actually has that phobia. I can't. I feel like I'm going to Google that. There's like whole support groups.
Oh, speaking of being supportive of people, have we looked at the new EPCOT map?
Wait, hold on. Okay, let's do that. Let's also get a good view of this Goofy because it looks like he's about to hammer something.
Yes, so this is what I was talking about for last year, which I didn't quite get, because these are the same Topiary setups as last year. It's Mickey and Minnie and Goofy, and then we have Pluto and Chippendale over there. And they're painting, and they have construction stuff. And right behind them, construction land. So it's all tied together. Okay, so yesterday we showcased the Disney's Hollywood Studios map. That I don't want to say the wrong word for the description for it. So
it's
Mark
featured.
Well, what the term is of what was featured.
Yeah, it had people. It had a mom and a son. Am I correct?
It looked like siblings.
Siblings. Okay, and each of them were missing certain limbs. So
yes,
he was holding the lightsaber with his feet, and
so this one has a guest in a wheelchair.
In a lovely umbrella.
Yes, I think that's a parasol actually.
Yeah, I noticed the parasol much more in the wheelchair. I like that parasol.
I know, and that's one of the things that I love about these is. If I wasn't so, I don't want to say hypersensitive, but if yesterday's map hadn't drawn my attention to it, I don't think I would have even paid any attention to this because it's just a cool map.
Yeah, which is as it should be. And
yeah,
anyone that's walked through EPCOT, I mean, wheelchairs are commonplace, and no one gives them a second thought, or any theme park.
Yes.
Amy said, "Stop, hammer time." Did we get a good look at Goofy? That was
funny. So over here we have Donald and Daisy in April, May, and June, but they're cosplaying as Huey, Dewey, and Louie.
That's very cute. Although they are dwarfed by the size of that big ring behind him.
Hey, that Stargate hopefully will transport us back to 1982 at some point.
Before you were born.
Here, let's head over this way so we can actually get a good look at the live Stargate. And here's some more butterflies.
I just had some bizarre deja vu. As you're walking through here, I'm realizing last night I dreamt I was here for the debut of Harmonious, trying to find a spot.
Really?
Yes. It just hit me as we were walking past all these.
Hey, here's somebody we may need to talk to.
Who's that? Be careful, he's walking right at you. Oh, it's John Frost.
Doobie and Rebecca say hello.
Hi, Doobie and Rebecca.
Hi, John Frost from the world famous Disney blog.
I love having headphones in because this conversation is always the most entertaining.
Ask him to be quiet for one moment while I ask.
Check out the off-center donut.
He can't hear you because I have headphones in. Doobie,
I can hear him fine, Jeremiah. You tell him. Be quiet for one moment. I'm going to ask my question.
I sense a question.
What do you think of the Harmonious barges and the big ring?
What do you think of the Harmonious barges and the big ring?
I'm adopting a wait-and-see attitude. I imagine that when they realign the spine of EPCOT like a good chiropractor, this will be the new center of the park. So I'm optimistic that that's how it's going to turn out. We'll see if they're willing to spend the money to make it look right.
We're going to use that as a quote, John.
Thank you. Awesome. Thank you, John Frost.
See you later on, John.
Realign the spine of EPCOT like a good chiropractor. That was John Frost of the Disney blog, TheDisneyblog.com. Check it out. One of the long before there were blogs, there were websites. And then these things called blogs started coming along. And the first Disney blog was the Disney blog. And now they're just kind of used interchangeably. But at one point they were different, and that was the first of the blogs. So thank you, John Frost. We are waiting for the chiropractor. In the meantime, we have an off-center whatever, but it's actually not at all unattractive in my opinion. It actually looks kind of cool. I don't mind
I
it.
think, again, when the fountains and everything start going, it's going to be impressive.
Yes, a bit off center.
So here is the line to get into the international this shop over here that has some of the flowering garden merchandise. There are 3 different lines. There is a orange bird, there is a figment, and there is a mini. And we will have a closer look at the orange bird and figment. We don't have any of the mini. We may get some later, but the mini ones were very similar to last year's line.
I agree, Amy. The water against the blue sky, that's what Florida is all about. That's why we come to this place. Mike Mack is making some Marvel reference I don't understand. That 4-inch Stormbreaker.
The pineapple promenade or promenade with my all-time favorite festival drink, the frozen dessert violet lemonade.
Wait, so when you get here at the Pineapple Promenade?
I'm sorry?
What do you get at the Pineapple Promenade?
The frozen dessert violet lemonade, which they started calling frozen dessert. I don't understand why. It is I believe it's the 4th year for it. Very yummy. There you go.
Okay, that looks nice. Did you have a spicy hot dog?
No, I have not had anything other than what was in my Orange Bird sipper.
And there's a lot of cool Orange Bird stuff. You took some pictures. You tweeted those out. They'll be on the website later, including a really cool Orange Bird headband. Did you buy that headband for yourself, Jeremiah?
I did not. They tend to give me a headache, so I skipped that. Although the bucket cap, I may end up getting later. Yes, the citrus bloom is where you can get the new Orange Bird sipper. They've had an Orange Bird sipper for a few years. They just put out a new version of him where he is sitting next to an orange slice.
Are we got here? Let's go ahead and throw some of these on the screen. I shouldn't be so rude as to just look at them myself.
Well, hang on. I'm just going to sneak up by these people and get some shots of their food here.
Oh, okay, cool.
See, look at this.
Hey, let me clean up my mess, bro.
Be sure to thank them for this. That's very kind.
I'd like to thank the Disney Food Blog for providing the video of their food. This
is the Disney Food Blog?
Yes.
Who do we have here? I love the Disney Food Blog.
We have the beautiful Tina.
Hi, Tina.
The model's better than the food, yes.
Man, white that.
And her ever colorful husband, Dustin.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. I love the Disney Food Blog. That's awesome.
Doobie is gushing about how much he loves the Disney Food Blog. So we'll say bye to them. They continue eating around the world. Bye, guys. Love you guys.
Is the other one there?
I'm sorry?
Never mind.
So yes, the Disney Food Blog, some of our good friends there, Tina and Dustin, great people. I always sneak up whenever, because if you follow the Disney Food Blog, and if you follow us, you should definitely follow the Disney Food Blog. She is the beautiful hand model for all of their food and photographer and everything else. So whenever they're taking pictures, I always sneak up behind them and usually take pictures of her taking pictures of the food.
I want to see you getting dressed up like that next time, by the way.
The dress won't fit me, but thank you.
Not that one in particular. They should make Snapper Day and Food and Wine.
Dapper Wine? Or Food Day?
Well, I'm just getting some images together because, like I said, there's a few of the things you should put with that. Oh, let's pick up a Spirit jersey. I was just getting that one. I love the Spirit jersey. With the headband.
Yes, with the little orange bird.
That's awesome. How much is that?
I believe it is the $29.99 version,
It's not cheap.
and it does say "Hello Sunshine," which is pretty much the theme this year.
But that Spirit jersey is the best Spirit jersey I've ever seen. I might buy this for Rebecca, whether she wants it or not.
To go with her Skyliner Dooney and Burke.
Exactly.
So
Hello,
that's the back of it.
so bright and cheery.
The one thing about Spirit jerseys I don't understand is it's Florida.
Yeah, that is one. Yeah, well, I'm going to put up a picture of the sipper real quick. Very beautiful.
Yeah, I had to get that one right away. I am an Orange Bird fan.
Yep, never an end to the Orange Bird merch, Becky. Never, ever, ever. Amy said the headband is cuter than she thought it would be. I agree. I completely agree. And my wife said she would wear that, so thanks, honey. So now I have to get it.
Yeah, Ms. Piggy.
Oh, wonderful. Have they always had Muppet topiaries?
These came about right after the last Muppet film came out,
Mm-hmm.
and for the past, originally they were together, and then, and then they separated them. So everybody say hi to Molly from all ears over there with her food.
I love Molly's videos. We were just watching some of those last weekend. Does a great job.
The funny thing is, I walked by earlier and Molly was in that exact same spot. So for the past 2 hours, she's been there.
It seems glamorous. A lot of work goes in these vloggers' videos. Still glamorous, but it is a hard work.
This is my personal favorite, the Flower and Garden Gardens. It's the Shakespeare Garden.
Oh, beautiful.
And it takes different passages from his books and it includes the flowers that are referenced.
Beautiful. What pavilion did they put this in?
This is right in front of UK.
Okay, that's logical.
And then, of course, the classic.
That's a little blurry. Can you tell us what it says?
What's in a name? That which we call a rose by any other name would smell as sweet.
Beautiful, Jeremiah.
Thank you. So yeah, they have different passages from his books, and then right next to the Bard we have Piglet and Eeyore.
So on one side we have the Bard, and on the other side we have the Barge.
Nice.
How polite of you to say, Jeremiah.
I like that one. Of course, we got Winnie the Pooh. Rabbit that's always a little disturbing looking.
Are those carrots made of flowers?
I know, they're just wires.
Special kind of wire.
Poly wire? UK continues to be a very empty pavilion.
Straight until Mary Poppins opens. Oh, wait. All right, so we mentioned this earlier when we saw the Timon, the Rafiki and Simba. This is the picture every parent is taking. That is little Jeremiah there.
You said I was almost as old as you are.
All right, so my wife thinks that in this picture, Gideon kind of looks like the popcorn bucket. And he does. So does Rafiki. I mean, Simba in the background. Yeah. How old is he here? Like a month, right? This is March. He was born in February, so yeah.
So here's Tinkerbell's Garden. These have been around for quite a few years because these were all based off of the Tinkerbell's fairy friends, they had her houses, or their houses, that artists had made.
There's a franchise that just came and went. Wait. Can she do it?
I'm not going to focus on that. It's like, what's going on? I want to rant right now, but I'm not going to.
Is Alice doing some meeting and waving?
No, and neither is Mary Poppins right now. Mary Poppins was out earlier, but we are in the Twinings Tea Garden.
Twinnings.
I think every time I say it one way, you make sure you say it the other way.
That pretty much would be me.
Okay. Tomato.
Potato.
It smells amazing out here. I was going to say it smells beautiful, but that's an odd saying. That'd be very unique.
Is HR Salt over there open over there?
Yes. But HR Puffin stuff is closed, sadly.
What's the name of that place? I don't think it was HR Salt.
Yeah, no, it's HR Salt.
H&R Salt Fish and Chips. That's right. Yeah.
Hey, Jeremiah.
Yes.
I have a question regarding the beautiful plates that you took a picture of on Twitter. That's your pick, right?
Correct.
Are those like a ceramic plate, or are they like that plastic kind of thing? You know, if I drop it, will it break?
They are hard plastic. I would say that they are durable. But again, it's hard plastic, so it's probably not the most durable of everything. But it was, I think if I threw it on the ground, it would probably bounce once or twice.
Okay, I just wanted to know if it was, you know, the ceramic kind of feel or not. So thanks for that. Appreciate it.
I have those same properties, by the way. Throw me on the ground. I'll bounce once or twice.
Doobie, don't be sad.
What's up? No, whoa. Why?
I don't know.
That better be temporary.
It is. It was running earlier.
Okay, good. My lighter's down right now, yeah. I like the way my wife asked that. It was kind of Shakespearean. If you drop them, do you not break? Oh, this he was missing something.
No, they're still there, and they're moving. Well, I'm
Are
moving,
they?
so
I can't see them.
technically they're moving.
Okay.
Here, there we go. See? Ooh.
Crossing over into France. We are touring once again the Taste of EPCOT International Flower and Garden Festival. No, not International. EPCOT Flower and Garden Festival.
Nope, International's there. It's
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have any questions for us while we do this? Any requests that I stop talking so much or making dumb jokes? Just put them in the comments. We will do our best to accommodate.
There you go.
It is the Taste of EPCOT International Flower and Garden Festival 2021. Amy with a fun fact. Captioning on Facebook said Scooby when Jeremiah said Doobie.
Doobie.
I don't mind that. Are all the banners the same?
No, they have different. This one has a reddish on it.
Oh, radicchio.
Sunflowers. Over at the International Gateway, they do have a butterfly and a couple of the iconic flowers that have the center is the flower.
C'est bon. We have entered La France. Is there any decor back in the Ratatouille area?
No, not unless we need to go to the bathroom and cover the lens.
I just wasn't sure. It would be cool if they had some flower and garden back there.
No, we've got Remy. He is welcoming us to something that's not open. Although I was hearing a lot of conversations from people today going, maybe they're going to soft open it today. Maybe they'll soft open it today.
Did they?
No.
You know the best part of this picture? Look at all that cheese.
We.
Fromage.
Queso.
My favorite French cheese. You know what would be better than riding the Skyliner? Just
What?
sitting there hanging on the Skyliner for a while, to a point. But to just be sitting there for like 15, 20 minutes, I would love that.
I would love it if we were high enough that the breeze kicked in.
Yeah,
And
that's
it is well beyond the. Remember the pre-days before it opened where everybody predicted that we're going to roast in it and
no.
then it's beautiful. But definitely if you're lower and you're sitting there for a little bit, it can get a little warm. Here's something that we will be doing at a future date.
Scavenger hunt?
Scavenger hunt.
I do have a policy, though, of always going potty before I get on the Skyliner without fail, just in case.
Yeah.
Betty's asked, Becky, are there people in them? Those were empty, weren't they?
They looked like they were empty. It's been down for a little while, so I don't think that it had just gone down. And they put the sign out in enough time.
So, yeah, if there were people in them for as long as they've been down, it'd be trending.
Beautiful. Belle and the Beast.
Belle and the Beast. Now, is this from the live action or from the animated Beauty and the Beast?
It's a cross between both. It's the animated. So, what's everybody's favorite topiary that we've seen so far?
Good question. I like the Miss Piggy, actually. I'm a Muppet guy.
I do love the Remy one, but the Piggy and Kermit it's fun to watch. I have pictures from when I came in '99, I believe it was, um, and seeing some of the topiaries they had back then. Like they had a Hercules topiaries in Italy, and back then the topiaries were pure topiaries. They were metal frames with plants growing in them, where these are more kind of topiaries with full frames and the plastic faces with some plants growing on it.
And they're cheating on the topiaries.
They've adjusted how they do it. It's kind of like the Rose Parade. You know,
I'm hoping eventually they put some animated faces on there.
Here's the Uber Spice Garden. You can just call and order one.
Urban Spice, thank you.
Urban.
Over in Morocco, which has walls around parts of it. What are the walls for?
Where do you see? Oh, the bathrooms.
Oh, very important.
That's why they opened up the France bathrooms, is because they shut down the Morocco bathrooms. So technically, Japan has bathrooms if you can find them. And then the Morocco ones were the main ones. So go America, Morocco, UK for bathrooms. But since they shut down the Morocco, they had to open up something comparable. So they have opened up the bathrooms of France.
So one of our future streams will be finding all the bathrooms outside of restaurants at EPCOT, not going inside of them, but that just sounds like a fun thing.
I feel like that you should definitely have somebody else do that because I know the bathrooms of EPCOT far too well. Here comes one of those stories that you'll make fun of me for a lifetime for, Doobie. I have made a point whenever I go to a Disney park, besides going on all the attractions, I visit all the restrooms.
Seriously?
Yep,
You make a point of doing that.
yep. You're also talking to the person who takes pictures of trash cans all the time too.
That makes more sense than visiting all the restrooms.
Um,
Was
at
it the Chia Mickey we just passed?
the buy your own topiary.
Yes.
Yeah, they had a small Mickey, they had a flower pot Mickey, and then they had a 2 foot tall one. So there's definitely some stuff that you can take home. Here's some of the bonsai trees.
People look very relaxed and comfortable and happy.
Yes.
Then there's Jeremiah.
Hey, Jeremiah will seem very relaxed and, very relaxed after I finish this stream and I sit down for a little bit and have some type of fluid.
Wow, from here, that thing looks almost as big as Spaceship Earth.
But you notice what you don't really notice anymore? The Guardians of the Galaxy building behind the Stargate.
Excellent point. Okay, you keep calling it the Stargate, which is fine, but does it have an actual name?
No, it was I think they referred to it as the centerpiece of the Harmonious. And
So, okay, as we enter and exit the Japan Pavilion, we have a question from a Philip Robertson. Since we're at Epcot, I'll limit this to Epcot. What is your favorite restroom? And please don't tell me you need to know for what purpose.
no, I was going to say, can I get more specific? But I will just go off the Epcot one. I used to love the restrooms that were in the Wonders of Life Pavilion because they were the original restrooms. They hadn't updated them. But now that that is closed and it's getting updated to the Play Pavilion, I'm sure they're going to take out the old faucets that had a very good flow of water. I do enjoy the restrooms in Mexico because you have to go through the restaurant and it's not a busy restroom. You know, on a normal day when you can just walk right into Mexico, you won't find a line in the restrooms.
Way too much thought put into that, Jeremy.
Hey, we can do potty talk all day long.
Becky says she's very partial to the Stargate personally. I'm guessing she means as a name, not as her favorite restroom. Philip says Imagination Pavilion all the way.
Yes, the Imagination Pavilion. That has the original music, as we talked about earlier, playing in there.
Jeremiah, please, I beg of you, do an article ranking the Epcot restrooms.
At one point, I had taken a lot of pictures of water fountains and was going to do something like that. But sadly, there's a point where I get a little too... I don't want to say OCD, but a little too focused, where what should be a very easy thing to do could turn into a Jim Hill type article.
Yeah, this is not a master's thesis, Jeremiah. I'm thinking like 2 sentences each.
I will work on that next time I'm here, and I just take pictures of outsides of all the restrooms.
And Becky said correct. She was referring to the name and not the restroom. Good to know. So what's behind walls over here? This is Italy?
This is Italy. That is still a gelato place that we don't know anything about. We don't know that it's going to be a gelato place. We just kind of know it's going to be a gelato place.
I'm gelato's of you being able to experience that. Never mind, that was horrible.
Yeah, that was bad.
Any topiaries around Italy?
Yes. One of the strangest placed topiaries in a long time. I would rank this high as a awkward placement. A great photo when you look at it, but awkward placement.
Let's check it out. That is awkward.
But wait, if we center, see, it's like they have a giant meatball behind them.
Okay, is that intentional?
I don't think so. But then again, if we think about things that aren't intentional, that we found out later were intentional.
That is really cool. They need a string between them, though.
So back to Potty Talk for a second. In the vein of the classic, stand in the right spot with the Walt and Mickey type statue. A couple of years ago, they had the large Goofy that is in the center of the park in the front entrance. And it was much more about gardening. And it had Goofy holding a hose where, as you walk up, the water coming out of the hose was in the wrong spot. And then after the first couple of days of it, they planted a tree next to it to block that view, which was even more funny.
This has been inappropriate conversations with Jeremiah. Is this decorated for the holiday?
It is. But wait for it. Choo choo.
One of the best little details.
And why does this exist, Doobie?
I forgot.
Because of the Flower and Garden Festival.
This was originally created for Flower and Garden?
Yep. And it just became so popular they kept it. Speaking of some of the beautiful topiaries, these were the first ones, I believe, that had the new faces on it.
I remember that, and people were kind of freaking a bit.
Yeah. They did have all 7 of the dwarfs in a photo spot that was very great, but they cut open this flower bed over here so guests could actually stand in the middle between the dwarfs and pose, and the line for it became very long, so they stopped doing that one. This is something new, just a miniature garden.
I like that a lot. Anything miniature I'm a fan of. This is cool.
It's...
Do they have like a little amphitheater in here?
I'm sorry, what was that request? I was trying to get into Snow White's house.
I agree with you, Michaela. It's like a little storybook land.
Mm-hmm.
And this is new this year?
I can't say for certain. It doesn't say on the map that it's new this year. So it may have been there last year, which is one of the challenges of last year's Flower and Garden, that we didn't get to experience much of it. So I don't remember a lot of the stuff that was new. One of the things that they do list as new on this year's map is the Prehistoric Garden, which is not new. They had it for many years right next to the Universe of Energy because of the dinosaurs, but it's been gone for 3 or 4 years. So
it's new again.
Exactly. Everything that's old is new again.
So where are we? We passed through Germany, heading to Norway?
Heading to the international, equatorial Africa.
What's this queue for right here?
Food booth.
Which booth is this popular?
The Brown Mart.
Is that a sausage?
I think so. Oh, see, I completely even missed this raincoat over here. I would totally wear.
No, you wouldn't. You would take it as an umbrella.
It's actually a Spirit jersey. It's not even a raincoat. It's just a lightweight Spirit jersey.
Really?
Yeah.
Like sheer?
Yeah.
That is an interesting piece of merchandise. Make sure you get some good pics of that.
This is something that I will wear.
My wife loves bucket hats.
Yep, me also. And it has the leaf on the top, although it looks pretty small.
I can see Rebecca's Fantastic Seven next week will be orange.
Sensational.
Sensational Seven will be orange bird merchandise.
Orange blossoms. Wow.
Gotcha.
Yeah, this is. I thought it was a raincoat, but yeah, it's even marketed as a spirit jersey, but it's almost more like a poncho
How much
or
is it?
sweatshirt. $59.99.
So that's not like a waterproof material. What does it feel
No,
like?
just like sheer, like a very thin shirt.
Does it have writing on the back, Jeremiah, or is that just an all over print like that?
All over print.
Oh.
And it has pockets.
Yes.
Oh. I'm in love.
Yeah, this is a really. It's called a spirit jersey. I love this. All right, so Jeremiah might have to try that on for pictures later.
This is something I definitely am going to get. It's like a flower pot.
It looks like a little orange juice. That's really
Yep.
cool. So much orange bird merchandise.
Yes.
Michaela thinks you need the bucket hat.
It will be coming home with me. I just need to actually try it on. I purchased that Star Wars bucket hat that we featured at one point, and my head is too large.
Aww.
I was waiting for any comment here, Doobie. Go for it.
You should have seen the daggers I got staring at me that kept my mouth. Is that Bo Peep right there?
Here's something that I've never seen before. I don't even know what type of boat that is.
Here, I have a hint. Get his attention. Give a big ahoy.
He's a little far out. I don't think I could catch his attention at that point.
Sunshine is asking if attendance is limited. Can you, for the new people, quickly go over that?
Yes, the attendance is still. Ooh, here we even have a rare sight.
Oh, wow.
Bridge is going up. Attendance is, yeah. Attendance is limited. You have to make a park pass reservation. Epcot is usually the last park to fill up because it is one of the largest. But when you purchase your tickets, you go on, you make a park pass reservation. You can actually check before you purchase your tickets or book your stay to see what is available. We had this discussion the other day. Disney's Hollywood Studios is always the first one to fill up because everyone wants to ride Rise of the Resistance and Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, which is just about to celebrate its 1-year anniversary.
Wow.
Thanks for visiting us today.
Thank you, Mark
For the
Daniel.
health and safety of everyone, face coverings must fully cover your
I was looking
nose,
forward to my
mouth,
April trip
all
1 year
times,
ago today to
including
ride
when
that ride.
taking photographs.
The trip did
The
not happen.
exception would be when eating or drinking while
I woke up this morning and looked at my Time Hop app, and the first things that popped up were pictures of me at Disney's Hollywood Studios, first thing in the morning, getting ready to experience the media day for all of that.
Tony Betty is anxious to see what's going through here. He's curious. Is it wedge number 3?
No, it is. There are many small motorboats going in and out with, I'm guessing, Imagineers, engineers, entertainment folk. But I think the larger boat that I looked at that I didn't know what it was may be going through. Or we may get a rare view of something going through that we've never seen before. So remember the old globe for illuminations, Doobie?
I'm sorry, I'm trying to figure out what Tony's talking about. No, what was your question?
Remember the old globe for illuminations, how it used to go in and out?
Of course.
It actually had to be turned a specific spot to fit through, with Hawaii, I believe, facing the bridge.
Really?
Yeah, it was designed to just barely fit through here.
I did not. So was this drawbridge a part of Illuminations, or was this drawbridge already here?
That I do not know. I did not come until, yep, it was that fancy boat going through.
Nancy.
I didn't come until the late 80s or late 90s when there was already Illuminations, but without the big globe, the smaller globe. So I'm guessing that this was put in, I would probably built with the park because the waterway behind it was built for boat storage and everything. This is also probably one of the dullest, like 5 minute spans that we ever going to do.
Unless you're a fan of drawbridges.
Trust me, I've sat like at one point. My friend Scott and I sat and watched this. Just like everybody's turning around and leaving, and we were like, "Oh, look, there goes the globe."
So while we wait, earlier we talked about these plates. More orange bird. What's the bee's name?
Spike.
Very cute. And when you drop them, they do not break. They bounce a couple bit.
Yeah, they are hard plastic. They're definitely not cheap, but they're not the type where if you drop it, it will shatter.
And here is the orange bird snipper this year. Jeremiah's a big fan of.
Yes.
Headband, which Jeremiah is not a big fan of.
No, Jeremiah's a big fan of it, just not a big fan of headband ears.
So much orange bird merchandise, including that amazing spirit jersey ish thing we just showed you.
Yeah, I think we'll walk up towards mouse gear with no S. Well, I guess there is one S in there. And wrap it up as we head over that way. I want to get to the prehistoric gardens. Do we have time? I know we're over an hour, but do we have a live stream planned anytime soon?
Next thing's not for another 2 hours. We're good.
I was challenged to do a 3-hour live stream earlier, so
Let's see why not.
I'm pretty sure my phone would not. Doing the quick run this morning, I did not plug in my phone until just minutes before I went live because
It's going to be like the opening of Disneyland. The drawbridge goes down and the guests run in.
oh, here it comes. Here comes the magical moment. He's waving.
Walk,
Yes,
please, walk.
first person across. Yeah, me.
On the other side, cast members, the first people across.
Yeah. They're like, we need to get to our job right now.
We have a reason for late. The bridge came down. Wonder if that counts.
Yeah, that I feel, especially since it's not like Illuminations used to be, where the globe has to come out at the same time every night. This was there's a random boat going through. So.
Sunshine, is Disney merchandise available online? Absolutely. ShopDisney.com has tons of Disney merchandise, including lots of Disney park merchandise. ShopDisney.com.
It does not have any of the Flower and Garden merchandise yet. Most of in the past, most of it has not been available online, but we did see last year they started putting some of the park merch online for the festivals and celebrations. So we will see. But I think this year is probably that's not going to be the case because the merchandise is so cute.
Can you say hi to Ayla?
Hi, Ayla.
There you go.
Where are you from, Ayla?
Ayla Greenwald. Vacation. Oh, wait.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Somehow I'm also guessing that she doesn't get that often. That would just be a very niche, nerdy
Yeah.
thing.
Very niche, very nerdy. Evolution is taking care of making sure that keeps going. And the China Pavilion. Do they have the big dragon? That's what I'm used to seeing in China.
That's over in Japan. Remember? We just saw that.
Okay, I'm an idiot. But they do have the pandas.
Yes, and also this bird that looks like it's fake.
That is a real bird, right?
Yeah. And there's
That's
a duck
awesome.
behind it.
And soon there will be a fish in his mouth. Ayla, if you want to say something, go for it.
We are here for you.
Is Nine Dragons open?
No, but the Lotus Blossom Cafe is,
They have a
uh,
great idea there.
and you can actually sit inside Nine Dragons right now. I was very
Really?
excited to do that the other day.
So you can get something at Lotus Blossom and go enjoy it inside Nine Dragons.
Correct.
That is
Well,
wonderful.
I would say that that's probably on busier days.
And the air conditioning's on?
Yes.
Ayla, Jeremiah often will turn the camera around at the very end, so if you really want to see him, and I'm warning you now, you probably don't, just stay tuned to the end of the stream.
Here we have the line for Frozen.
All the way into China.
Yes, but that queue over there is the extended queue for Frozen.
But the wait actually is not that long, right? It's just spread out.
Yeah, I think the other day I got in line. I will show you almost exactly where I got in line, and it said it was a 30-minute wait, I believe, 25, 30, and it was probably 10 minutes because
Wow.
there is no fast pass. Everything moves really quickly.
Yeah, right now it's being listed at only 35 minutes. So
Yeah, I would say that's probably even high. Well, I got in line right over here, and it was a 30-minute wait. Well, actually, I got in line back here, and it was a 30-minute wait. Cut across, and then we go through.
yeah, those veterans are used to seeing a line and guessing how long it is. That doesn't work now with social distancing. Always check the actual time.
Yeah. And then, of course, we have the iconic troll.
We're talking about some of our Twitter followers.
I do love Flowering Garden just because of the smells. Right now, I can smell. It smells like corn tortilla or corn. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely corn from Mexico.
There's Marathoner Greta Weiss.
That will always be a piece of trivia that I now know, thanks to you, Doobie. I would say one of the few things that I didn't know before.
Wow, modest much?
Uh,
There's Olaf and Christoph from Frozen.
no, it's Sven and Olaf.
Thank you for the correction. Any other Norway topiaries we should be looking at?
Nope, just those ones. And Mexico doesn't have any well, it has topiaries just outside of Mexico. I mean, this year it's weird because last year they had it done to the nth degree, and then this year, because of everything, they scaled back. But I feel like it's busier right now than it was last year when it started. There's the tropical rainforest, where it rains some 366 days out of the year.
Well, I've heard some people actually climb that temple on the outside. Have you ever done that, Jeremiah?
No climbing. It says so right on the side of it multiple times. Here is the line for the quick service food in Mexico.
Is La Hacienda and San Angel Inn, are they open?
Yes, but this is just, I ate at San Angel Inn last week. The Hacienda is only dinner.
And do they still have a separate entry for the tequila bar?
They do not right now. But last week when they did, and I actually found out that they bring you through right next to the tequila bar. There's a doorway that is also where they had the those things called payphones at one point.
Heard of them?
And they would bring guests in that way just for the tequila bar. That's where the entrance was. Oh, and look, we have John Frost sighting again.
That's also where they can take people out if the tequila bar got a little too friendly. We have a question. Are the Caballero cutouts still there? Did you notice?
I have not gone on the three Caballeros.
Neither
Okay.
have I. I have not seen the cardboard Caballeros, but I hear it's amazing.
There we go. Now this is our special presentation of Walking with John Frost.
Over here we have some of my favorite plants in EPCOT. The purple ones are the stevia. The leaves taste like sugar. They're amazing.
I thought sure he was going to
Can't get high on them, though. I'm sorry.
You thought he was going to say, "There's one, there's one, there's one." I did.
Yeah.
I was going to go there, but no. Very
John,
important EPCOT fact. Free Tylenol for when you've had too much to drink. Like 2-11. Very important.
So here's something that's interesting. Do you know what shape the Odyssey building is, Doobie?
First of all, apparently Mr. Frost is speaking from experience there today. What
Yes.
shape is the Odyssey building?
It's hexagonal.
So you're saying there's a WandaVision tie-in?
Yes,
Okay, let's go find it.
WandaVision.
This would be a really good location for a restaurant.
It would. I think this would be a great location for like a character restaurant too. Now that they've even closed off the food that they had.
Tony Betty would like John to eat one of those purple flowers agrifuture style.
I'll tell him next time.
Okay.
He broke off to see the EPCOT experience.
Bella, Test Track, and Living with the Land are definitely both still at EPCOT and both still running right now.
Yes, I will probably go and be truly living with the land shortly.
This is theme park life. When you walk into a flower shop and you're tempted, it smells like Flower and Garden Festival. That is growing up as a theme park kid.
Sadly, there is no monorail passing by.
Any thoughts on when that might be returning?
Hold on, we have runners.
She has the reservation.
No. That was just entertaining. They have a reservation. No, there's been no word on the monorail over here, which is unique.
Have you done much park hopping? I haven't heard much about it since it launched. Has it become pretty just normative? It's pretty easy to do?
Oh, yeah. I haven't seen any problems with people park hopping. I have done a little bit of park hopping, but nothing major. I mean, I didn't really park hop much before. This place right here, this will be my soon go-to, the Sunshine Griddle. Brunch, bites, and beverages.
I love avocado toast. I'm not a millennial. I'm not a hipster. But what's good is good.
This one is probably going to be on my stop after I'm done live streaming.
Please record it.
Here's me eating Fruit Loops.
Fruit Loop shake. I heard yesterday a Fruit Loop pizza.
Fruit Loop pizza?
Fruit Loop pizza yesterday. Sound yummy. Not.
So this is always my favorite of when they put these up, because these things appear overnight. So we have the avocado toast, shrimp and grits, corned beef, brisket, hash, and then a sticker covering. Oh wow, it's not even actually a sticker; it's just a different line. I'm surprised. Fruit Loop shake.
Can we get a closer look at that avocado toast?
I actually do have a picture of it that I will send to you privately because it is via our good friends at the Disney Food Blog, and I told them that I would not tweet it out because I'm not that type of person. I just took it because I know you and Rebecca had asked about it not too long ago.
Are those edible flowers on there?
Yes.
That sounds so fascinating. I want to try that.
Here is outdoor escapes, just kind of a unique way to do things in your own home. Indoor fixtures don't have to stay inside. The second life is creative planters. Here's a bathtub. Here's another bathtub if you lived in the 1920s.
Do they come with Uncle Orville?
No privacy at all around this place.
So one of my favorite parts of the festivals are the playgrounds, but none of those right now, right?
Nope. But there is a bathroom.
That's a cool picture. Is that a selfie wall by the bathroom?
Yes, ish. So there is the line to get into Mouse Gear. So yeah, I think I picked the perfect place to end this because that line is much less than a half hour like it was earlier.
Beautiful.
But hang on, we're gonna do a tour. So I'm gonna start over on this side, so you can't get a sneak peek of this garden. Oh, and there's Bambi and Thumper and the flower.
Pretty, pretty flower.
You can call me Flower if you want to. So, prehistoric plants. But the best part about this garden is they put dinosaurs in it.
Oh, awesome. That is cool.
They did this when it was over by Universe of Energy, and I thought it was the greatest thing ever because it's clearly somebody just went to a toy store and bought some of the plastic dinosaurs.
It's very Chester and Hester. I have a question though. Those plants, they shouldn't be here. Doesn't it make them sick?
Life will find a way. See, that one is hiding.
I cannot wait to see this. This is so cute. I'd love to know how many there are so people can try to find them all.
Well, we could count them if we'd like to.
But how do you know you got them all?
It's not that large of a display.
Okay.
Okay, so down there we have a Triceratops. Looks like a Stegosaur there. A Parathosauros, aka Perry, or a Hadrosaur.
Oh. Got Dr.
Um,
Secret.
In there, it looks like it's a Brontosaurus. And yes, Brontosaurus are real dinosaurs. They brought that back. So if anybody's going to try to correct me, they're wrong.
Make a good picture too.
I don't know what that dinosaur is. It's kind of a Brontosaur with spikes.
Is it new?
No, it doesn't have the hair on its chin. There is the Headbuttosaurus, a Pachycephalosaurus, which they found didn't really actually headbutt, no matter what Jurassic Park says.
Its spine is aligned with the crown of its head.
No, that's the spine of EPCOT. It's still not aligned. There's the Spicosaurus. There's another Brontosaur. And I think that may be... Oh, no, there's... Oh, wait. Oh, wow, there is one way in there.
See?
You can see his head. I think it's a Stegosaurus also, but I can't tell. And then another Hadrosaur.
Philip is asking, is there a hidden Barbasol can somewhere in there?
No, that would also be very entertaining. Looks like here's some...
Pomegranates?
Thank you. I don't think it's pomegranates, but it looks like it.
They pick these plants because they look good, even though they're toxic.
Yes. Did you know? Do you know what grenadine is made of, Doobie?
No, I do not, Jeremiah.
It is pomegranate juice.
Really?
So what you put in your Sierra Mist or Sprite to make your Shirley Temple is actually not cherry, it's pomegranate juice of all
The
things.
more you know. Speaking of cherry, I like the new Huggy Brewster.
Haven't watched it yet.
Kind
That's
of like
on Peacock, right?
it is.
You know what would help with Peacock a lot is if they made it accessible to people that have Fire Sticks.
Yeah, I'm sure they want that too. But
Because I
contract.
need my WrestleMania in a couple of weeks, so.
Oh, that's right. WWE is on Peacock now.
Yep.
Good luck with that.
Okay, let's finish up here on Bambi, Thumper, and Flower.
All right, and then show yourself after that because someone wanted to see you. I don't know why, but should accommodate. Pretty Flower, Bambi, and Thumper on the left.
Okay, here comes this awkward point of. Nope, that's. See?
That
Nope.
was awkward.
Things I don't do that often.
Park looks empty. Whoa, that's an interesting view. Well, Jeremiah, thank you very much. You want to sign us off today? Whoa, don't sign us off. Coming up today in just a couple hours, we have Marvel Time with Mac and Benji. And then at 7:30 tonight, our weekly news video will debut. Please make sure you subscribe, ring the bell on Facebook or YouTube, get notified when we go live. Jeremiah, would you like to sign us off today?
Thank you guys for all walking and talking with me. I hope you enjoyed this trip through EPCOT. We'll have a lot of coverage going on throughout the day of all the different activities today. Also, if you go to our Twitter, laughing_place, you can see a video with some more of the music of the entrance area. So, other than that, enjoy. We'll talk to you guys all again very soon. Peace.
Bye, everybody.